whether Jesus of Nazareth actually spoke in the terms used by John. Were the claims about Jesus in John's Gospel already in place from the beginning of Christianity? It seems hardly likely. Few scholars today would regard John as a source for information regarding Jesus' life and ministry in any degree comparable to the synoptic Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. It is worth noting briefly the reasons why scholars think this. One is a very different picture of Jesus' ministry, both in the order and the significance of events and the location of Jesus' ministry. For example, the cleansing of the temple happens at the beginning of Jesus' ministry in John, but occurs towards the end of Jesus' ministry in the Synoptic Gospels, a clear contradiction. Another is the striking difference in Jesus' style of speaking, much more discursive and theological in John, in contrast with the aphoristic and parabolic style of the Synoptic Gospels. Jesus' way of speaking is the same, whether Jesus speaks to Nicodemus or to the woman at the well, to his disciples, and very similar to the style of John the Baptist, and indeed very similar to the first letter of John. The conclusion is unavoidable, that the style is that of the author of the Gospel of John, rather than that of Jesus himself. Probably the most important of all, in the Synoptic Gospels, Jesus' main message is the kingdom of God, and he rarely speaks of himself, whereas in John the kingdom of God hardly features, and the discourses are largely about Jesus' own self-consciousness and self-proclamation. To put it simply, in the earlier Gospels, Jesus did not preach about himself, but God and his kingdom. In John, Jesus speaks about himself and his Father. Had any of the striking I am claims of John been remembered as spoken by Jesus,